Good afternoon, Plumb here, playing World of Tanks. There's my tier 6 Nashorn in the German line. Incredible machine, really accurate gun. Fantastic machine, I can't emphasise enough how good this TD is. And we've got brilliant matchmaking, we're top tier, so we can really lay down the hurt in this match. I think I'm going to be brave and stay over here on the western side of the map and try and defend it. Hopefully we'll get some scouts maybe. It doesn't look like we are going to get any scouts coming this way. Hopefully my view range will save me. So I'm not going to go beyond this ridge. Let's see if we can't get the gun down, get the gun down, gun down, gun down. There we go, now our gun's down. I'm a bit of a silhouette here, but I have got 6th sense, so hopefully if I get spotted we can very quickly fall back and not take any damage. Straight into the top of the KV-1S. I expect I'm out of view range for most of these tanks. Tracked him there I think, and he is toast. Brilliant. 2 great hits into the KV-1S. Now what I'm going to do at the end of this video, which is a little bit different, is I'm going to show you how I do one of my thumbnails for the channel. I think we all do them slightly differently as commentators and players. Getting shots in where that shell landed just now. I think he's still there, otherwise I'd be seeing explosions on the ground, I hope. I'm not sure. I'm not going to fire anymore. Yes, when this match is over I'm going to replay the file, use the camera mod that allows you to float around the battle and get an interesting camera angle of, I don't know, the gun firing or the gun blowing up in my face. Just something. And I'll show you how I do it in Photoshop. Because they're not just straight off the screen and just put text over the top. Come on. There's a lot of tanks unaccounted for at the moment. Can I get a shot through that slot? I can. Lovely. Straight into the side of that big massive tank. Hopefully I can hit him again. That's great stuff. Ooh, we just missed his barrel. That was nearly a kill then. Looks like I would have got him if he'd given me the chance. It's not a bad spot here. We've got the Chinook Kai sort of giving me a heads up if anything is going to suddenly appear. Ooh, just over the top of his turret. Oh, I'm just not leading enough just then. There we get a kill. 2 kills from this spot now. I gotta love his gun. It is so accurate. I can fire through those slots in the old city wall. And I've got 3 artillery, so I'm gonna go and try and spot them. Let's see if I can get this guy to come with me. Follow me. Follow me, please. Come and keep me safe. You coming? Gonna get my slightly whitish box to appear on their end of the map, and hopefully, gotta let this thing settle. There's a nice shot straight into the side. Oh boy, now I'm a bit exposed though. Am I out of his view range? He doesn't appear to be looking at me. I've got 6th sense, but it's not going off, so I don't think I've been spotted yet. Yeah. I did see the AMX, but I really wanted to have a pop at that SU-100. So this is where the AMX is. He's probably ducked behind that hillside. I'm going to get up here and then turn. No, I was going to get the SU-100. We're 3 kills in, this is good. Not a bad game for this little thumbnail video. Come on, spot the RT, spot the RT. Spot the RT. Gonna preload high explosive and get spotting damage done here as well. I'll either get one-shotted by them or I'll get a chance to shoot them. Come on, where is he? He could be over in that corner if he's got really good camouflage. So I had a very good gun depression on this, so that's better. We're on a downslope now. Only 4 kills. Thank you very much. One more RT to go. I've been spotted obviously, so I better move around a little bit. I don't think the other RT is this end of the map somehow. There he is. I'm not going to have eyes on him. Junior guy's going to get him, I think. No one else can see him. Right, let's go get the KV-85. Hopefully the Jagdpanzer IV is going to get involved. I've still got high explosive loaded. I don't think that's going to be such a wise decision against the KV-85, so let's reload with armour piercing. Going to need it, frankly. He's coming after Artie, I think. He knows there's 3 of them. So I'm going to go this direction through the town. We can either go to the cap and bring him with us. We know he's in this corner of the... we should better find him. I don't think we've got any worries about finding him. And there's still 8 minutes on the game left. If he finds me, he could well kill me. But I want to find him just for the team's sake. Oh, there he is. Come on, take him out. Someone kill him. It's a glorious win for the green team. You know, I might get this kill. Jagdpanzer's being... I don't know what he's doing, the Jagdpanzer. I should better attack this guy side on. I can take my time with this shot. I don't think he can one-shot me. So I will aim. I will take a hit from him. Hopefully he won't ammo rack me. Hey, 5 kills to Plumb. Good game. Should get a pretty decent score for that. Should come top, I think. First class mastery badge. And we get fighter, 5 for effect bruiser, and high caliber. Yeah, we did a lot of damage. Nearly twice as much as the second in our team. And I nearly broke through the 1000 on the XP. 18 fired, only hit 10. I did fire a few blind shots, I'm not even sure if they were hitting at all. I think maybe it was the Hetzer that was over there, I can't even see it. So yeah, most of those were missing a tank that wasn't even there. And damage caused by assistance, nearly 1000. Really good stuff. So, what I do now is, I close the game. Exit, and then I locate my World of Tanks folder, go into replays, fire up the Nashorn replay. You've got to tick replays in your menu options within the game. There's a little box to record matches, tick it, and they all get put in a replays folder in your root drive of World of Tanks. When you double click them, it opens them with the most recently installed version. If you save old copies of the game, I mean I've got 9.2 and 9.3 backed up, you've got to drag those over the exe in that folder if it's an older replay. But if it's the most current, just double click it. So now I can use the controls, arrow controls, cursor keys to speed up time. and we can maybe try and get this shot on the KV-1S. So as time gets close to me firing, I'm going to pause it there. You can slow down time. It's a bit tricky to go backwards. You've got to click the back arrow and it goes back 10 whole seconds, or shift and it goes back 20 seconds I think it is. So I come out to my third person point of view by left clicking, and then it always does that. It's a slightly weird effect. Ooh, that's quite nice with the sun. If I press F3, it puts you in the movie camera mode with a mod that's available, and then I press P. If I don't press P, you get the camera where it just moves around very rigidly. Press P, you move, and it keeps moving after you let go, so it's more like a drifting kind of dolly shot, which is rather nice. Now can I get this tank to appear in this way, because this looks rather cool. I've done it once or twice in other videos, but no, it's not the greatest. So what I'm going to do is pull back down to here somewhere and maybe zoom in on it. If you press insert and delete, you can zoom in and zoom out. I can zoom in on this. Yeah, I like that with the sporadic bits of muzzle flash all over the place. Where's the sun? Sun's way up there. I'm never going to be able to include that in the shot. So generally for composition you're better off putting it off center, maybe about there. Come up a little bit. I don't like all the trees getting all fussy over the top of the tank. Maybe zoom in a bit. I zoom in maximum and then pull back. I don't like some of this. So all you've got to do is just sort of float around and try and find an angle which suddenly works. Maybe let's include lots of land behind it. Ooh, maybe with the tank traps. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. And those little fireballs. Yeah, I like that. We go around here a bit more. No, you can't really tell what tank it is then. Come back this way a bit. That still looks like a Nashorn. And no mistake. Should we do it like that? I think maybe it look better with them going behind it. About there. Cool, I like that. And I like the foreground being patterned, so we'll put the tank right at the top of the frame. And I press print screen, and that puts it in your screenshots folder. See the barrel coming out of the body of the tank. It's always very cool. So, maybe that one's a bit more interesting with all the little bits of muzzle flash. Because I can do something with that. I can increase the contrast around the tank. So I'll print screen that. We'll probably end up taking 4 or 5 different pictures just to see what it's going to be like at the end of the day. I like that profile of the tank, that looks really cool. We zoom out a bit and zoom in. Ooh, that's a weird effect. All the branches. Haven't noticed it do this effect before. Ooh, the sun. Now we're starting to find something. Gonna have to remember that next time I do this. Ghost tank. That's not a bad name for the thumbnail. There we go, quite like that. Print screen that. Got to remember though that the proportions are 16:9 on a thumbnail for YouTube. So, ooh, yeah, now we're getting somewhere even more interesting. Getting that sunlight behind the barrel. Probably just on the fringe of the barrel is going to be good. It can be a little tricky sometimes to really fine tune this, and it's worth taking the time. I do like a good thumbnail. Maybe about like that. I like that. Print screen. And maybe we get a bit more space over to the left of the tank and just get a bit more flare from the sun. Very J.J. Abrams. Print screen there. Right, that'll do. Right, back to garage. That ends the replay. And if I go to my water tanks folder, which I'm already in, and then screenshots, you'll see plenty of other screenshots I've done. And there they are, full size. I can just tell from these which one I want to use. I think we're going to use that one. Looks more like a Nashorn. So I open it with Photoshop. Here we go. And first thing I want to do is crop it. So I've got everything preset, I'm afraid, but I assume you're capable of setting crop dimensions. So I'm going to exclude that stone. Move over here to the right. Make it a bit tighter still. This still is a really large image. It doesn't need to be. You can crop down because you're not sacrificing image quality, because what you see on YouTube is much smaller than this. So let's crop it like that. And I want to just quickly remove this bit of thick detail there. I promise you won't even notice that. I've done that very crudely, but you won't even notice. I'll duplicate the layer. This is going to be different for all the different kinds of software you can use, but this is Photoshop. I know how to use Photoshop. I'm not going to make it a tutorial for exactly how you do it the way I do it. I'm just showing you how I do it, because maybe you'll find it interesting. So I'm increasing the contrast between light and dark with an S-curve, and I'm going to make that layer disappear, and then I can bring it back again with a masking layer, which should help a little bit. I don't like that being in front of the barrel of the gun. It looks a bit weird, so I'm going to clone that out. And you can be pretty slapdash with this, because like I say, it's very small. Yeah, it's a thumbnail, for goodness sake. It's not going to go on the wall. So now I might do a bit more of a vignette. So I'll do another curve. I'll bring down the shadow detail on a different layer like that, and then make that one disappear. It's still there. It is just a masking layer. And then have a nice big soft brush that I can just make everything a bit darker around the tank, and maybe deliberately make the tank a bit darker. And maybe bring back a bit of that light on that side, and that gives it a bit of balance. Maybe over the back quarter, makes it look like it's a bit more depth to the tank. That's better. And then a little bit more colour. There we go. You can probably see these little blemishes all over the screen. It's because it's a low-res JPEG file. There's not much you can do about that, really. I'm just going to remove that out of focus kind of rock and that piece there. Cool, I like that. Now we do the text. So press T for text. Like I say, I could go very, very, very in depth with how I'm doing this, but I don't think it's necessary for this particular video. It's more just an insight into how I do it. Ghost tank. So I simply write the word, and then I give it a drop shadow. This is basically exactly the same thing I do over and over and over again for all my videos. Now, text placement, very, very important. I'm just going to select the word tank, move that over like that, so it drops in and becomes, you know, more integrated into the image. And then maybe make it a little bit larger, tiny bit smaller, about like that. Because it's a ghost tank, I might just make it a little bit more transparent. That's neat. Alright, I might give it colour actually. I think it might need a hint of something. I can just adjust the colour of the text to suit the image. Make it like that. It's starting to work for me. I don't know about you. You're probably saying, no, don't do that, that looks terrible. And it's all guesswork really. Quite like it to be fairly similar to the colour palette that's already in the image. So really pale and washed out but still just that hint of colour. I quite like that. And then I can flatten the image. No, I'm going back again to change that. This is the part that you can't really teach people. It's just sort of intuition for what looks good. And I do quite like it with blue. Just maybe not that colourful. I'm going to try and speed this up a bit because this is probably getting a bit boring for you to watch. It's predominantly orange, the image, basically, and the complementary colour of orange is blue. Basically because there's no blue in orange, and so they make each other more their own colour. Blue makes orange look more orange, and orange makes blue look more blue. So that's probably why I'm leaning towards a blue tone here, but it also needs to be a fairly muted tone of blue, less colour in it. Yeah, that's better. Got a gunmetal grey sort of. Yeah. Now I'll flatten it, and that's the thumbnail done. I think it might just do with a tiny bit more vignetting, so I might just lower the tones, make that layer disappear, and bring up, get that corner really dark, and this bit down here a bit darker too. There we go. Ghost tank. I've got to save it as a JPEG so I can upload it to YouTube. There we go, and then go back to here we are. So that's it. It's very large. Really, it's only ever going to appear most of the time. No, I can't make it smaller than that. Bring it back into Photoshop and I can enlarge it for you, or reduce it down. Sorry. You know, it's going to appear that sort of scale, which is a good way just to determine it before you finally finish it. But I've been doing this for so long now that I don't really need to. I like that. Looks very cool and atmospheric. Ghost tank, because it disappears. No one saw me. Well, until the end anyway. And close that down. Close that. So now we're ready for uploading. So I'll do my usual bits and bobs to the video, and that will be my thumbnail that I'll put on the screen. Thanks for watching. Keep your heads down, drink plenty of water, and I'll play again soon. Take care. Bye bye.